Already... Oh, I'm still good. That one was pretty close. Luckily, I had some cover. All right, more Soviets are popping up here. You got to try and hold them back. Every single one that goes down means we're closer to success. Hello, Warfighters, War is Hell. Welcome to the next episode of What Could Have Happened had Operation Unthinkable been needed. This plane right here is going to provide us some very valuable intelligence here for this particular mission. Now, you'll see that the Australians have been brought into the conflict here, and I'll kind of go into that, of course, in a little bit, but they are here to help support the British and American interests here in Iran, being able to hold the oil as the Soviet Union wants to use them as a bargaining chip in case of any negotiations in the future. Now, I'm being moved into position right here to see if there are any Soviet columns coming our way. The aircraft radioed down and told us that there was. I'm not seeing anything yet, but before we get into this mission, let's go ahead and hit the briefing so you know what is going on. Now, here are the battle lines as of the last episode. One thing that's very important to note is another nuke has been dropped, this time on Tashkent in Uzbekistan. The hope is that by hitting a town close to this area, that it is going to go ahead and demoralize some of the Soviets, or at least make them aware of the power of these atomic bombs. However, the Soviet Union has progressed, as you can see, deeper into Iran. This southern push is still continuing on despite the nuke that went off. However, it is impacting supplies. What we're seeing, though, is the Soviet Union is preparing to move into Iraq as well. And as they push into Iraq and other areas of the Middle East, this could really cause a lot of damage to the world's oil supply and give the Soviets a huge bargaining chip. Tehran also went ahead and surrendered very, very quickly, just seeing how many Soviets were being poured into the area. There was very little resistance from the Iranians in their capital. We're seeing that the British continue to move forces in from Pakistan and India, and as I mentioned, we also have the Australians here as well. Now, as the Australians are being brought in from the Pacific, what we're seeing take place there is more of a blockade of Japan. There isn't any invasion or major fighting planned until the Soviets have been taken care of here in Europe. Now, this engagement's going to take place at Golmorti, which is where the Australians are. Now, because we know that there's a significant Soviet force moving in here, we could try to fall back, but we're going to go ahead and try and stop the Soviets right here, right now. We didn't get a specific set of numbers that we're going to be facing. However, we do know that there's a significant infantry portion, and we also have some armor traveling along with them as they try to move deep into this part of Iran and maybe even cut off the reinforcements that are trying to come in from India and Pakistan here. Now, these Soviets, of course, most of their supplies are being sent to Europe, so they are proceeding on foot. A lot of the other videos you've seen, they've either been traveling by truck or something a lot more mechanized, but we're not seeing that right here. We could have some people on the tanks, but they know that by going through this valley, which is one of the only few places that they can move through this part of Iran, that they're kind of in a situation here where they're kind of bottled up. So they are trying to stick together, but they are spread out a little bit here as well, which is going to be something that we're going to take or use to our advantage here. Because in this town, which is what we are holding here, we've got some tanks, and we've also got some other weaponry to be able to help us out, particularly Vickers machine guns. We have them set up here, and we're going to go ahead and try and ambush these Soviets as they kind of move through the valley right here. I've only got 2 tanks, and I think we may be outnumbered with that. However, we're going to try to hold this position as long as we can. Again, we might be able to fall back and kind of take up a better position, but we're not going to run right here. There's no guarantee that we'd be able to get out of here, so the Australians have chosen to fight right here. Now, after a little bit, I am able to see this column here, and it is very significant. We've got a very big Soviet force kind of moving here. Looks like we've got one group kind of moving right there. You can see they're the farthest away from us here. What I could see, it looks like there's a second column and a third one right here. Okay, so these guys, as I mentioned, they are kind of spaced out, but they are moving as one unit, so that will prove very effective. I just don't... Okay, there is the armor that we were told about. So I'm going to have to wait for the armor to probably get a little bit ahead of the infantry before I give the order for my tanks to engage. And yes, they are outnumbered 2-1. Now, I do have some AT weaponry with me right here, but with the squad that I have, there's no way we're going to take out all 4 of these tanks. So we're going to have to try and do the best that we can. Of course, if things get too crazy, we'll end up moving back into the town and kind of try and hold there. Maybe even force them to fight house to house if necessary. But at this distance, I don't think that they are going to spot me, but I'm not taking any chances here. Oh, another weapon that I've got inside of the town is I do have 2 mortars that are set up right here. So that's what I'm going to use to try and take out this infantry. And it looks like they might be moving my direction. I don't know if they're going to go check out the town or what, but that far column is kind of crossing over this way. So I may have to start this engagement a little bit earlier than I would want to if I want to maintain the element of surprise here. Yeah, that whole group's moving. It looks like they're getting behind some defilade there. So I'm not going to be able to hit these guys until they come out from behind that small sand dune. Okay, tanks aren't opening up on me. See, that's the end of the dune. So there's going to be a lot of people I'm not going to be able to hit. Okay, we're ready. I'm trying to give my tanks as much of a good shot as possible. But let's go ahead and start dropping some of those mortars. We're going to drop 2 HE rounds right there. And let's get another 2 going right there as well. It'll probably take about, oh gosh, 20, 30 seconds for those things to fall. So we do have some time. All right, I heard the mortars firing. Okay, so rounds are complete on both of them. I expect a splash here pretty soon. And once they do fall, we're going to open fire. All right. Let's get this ambush started, guys. Oh, we might have taken out 1 tank there. Let's get another set of mortar rounds falling. I feel like I'm playing observer more than anything right here, but if you saw how many guys that first, or those few mortar rounds took out, it was definitely huge. So that worked out perfectly. Hopefully we'll see something like that here. I doubt we're going to see nearly as many casualties from the mortars this time, because we do have people in cover and stuff like that. We're still going to give it a shot. Nice, I am able to get a few guys here. Now, the bolt-action rifle, this is probably where it's going to be best used if I do have to fall back into the town behind me. This is probably going to be more of a liability than anything else. Or I guess it would probably be better if I had something else. It's probably the best way to put it here. All right, we're calling in just a few more mortars here just to try and see if we can clean this up. This went far better than I could have anticipated. Oh, he ran right at the last second. There's the Vickers opening up on him. You can see off to the right, looks like the tanks are duking it out. So hopefully our tanks can kind of win the day here. Ah, that one was just to the right of him. Oh yeah, stop right there. Take a shot. Cool, we got him. All right, could finish off some of these guys here with some mortars. You see the last round that I called in, the last few rounds have fallen, so... Oh, I lost somebody off to my right. Okay, let's get some more of these falling. Now, it is important for me to get down right here. But I was going to say, it is important to keep firing at them because I do want them to be pinned down and not move. If they move freely, then there's a good chance that they could move out of the way if some of the rounds are falling. But that group that's right over there, that's a group I'm going to have to try to see if I can whittle down here with some mortars and potentially even, you know, with my rifle here. Gosh, I've lost a lot of guys. Faulkner might be the... Well, I guess I got Evans. Where's Evans, too? Because I only hear one person firing, and that's got to be Faulkner, who's got the Bren. All right, I'm feeling a lot more comfortable here, just being out in the open a little bit. It's going to be harder for these guys to hit me. just because... Oh, nice. As he was moving. Just because with the few amount of them that there are, they're just going to be taking pot shots. Jeez, I'm going through those guys like nothing else. More mortars falling. Now that tank is well positioned in some cover. Got him. One more. Awesome. Oh, just a little higher. Haha. Okay, this guy's crawling here. All right, I think we got it. Now, there is some fire going on as those tanks are falling back. Or I guess they're continuing to push up is the better way to go. Or better way to mention it here. But, yeah, we have lost everybody except Faulkner here. Hey, Faulkner. Glad you could make it. We'll get him patched up here. Now, we're also getting word that the other side of the town here has some Soviets, so we're going to try and move over there too to see if we can do something similar. Now, obviously, we don't have a full squad of which to be able to engage them with. Might have to try and hit them from up here in the town. Okay, now going up this hill is going to be pretty difficult, but luckily we're not going to be doing it under fire. It's just going to be difficult here because it's going to take some time here with all of these rocks and the high incline that we have. But I'm doing good on ammo. Taking out a lot of enemy, and that was hands down probably one of the most successful ambushes that I think I've had, especially when it comes to just sheer numbers. I mean, those opening mortar rounds definitely gave us the momentum here. All right, so we're almost up here at the crest of the hill, and it sounds like artillery's going off. Now, I've got one tank that must have been destroyed here. That's what that smoke is. Yep, that's Artie. Okay, so they are hitting the town, which means we're going to be seeing a push by the Soviets on the other side of the town. That's going to be difficult for us because we really don't have much of anybody who can go ahead and push these guys back. And there is some gunfire being exchanged. Soviets must be in the town now. All right, we've got a rush here. Those tanks are still duking it out. So it's what, 2, 3 tanks against 1? I don't expect this guy to last too long, but again, he's not going to run either. Oh, I lost the guys who were on the Vickers too. All right. I'm not seeing any Soviets. Things have gotten a little bit more quiet since I've been up here. Now, that might have been just a recon element, just to kind of probe our defenses right here to see what they're up against. But as these tanks head out here, they are going to go ahead and take out the last tank that I have here. So the only thing that I've got here is infantry. Now, I could try to use those mortars, but inside the town, that's going to be too close range here for these guys as they do try to push up. Now, this is the time that I could hit them, but I really don't have any eyes on them whatsoever. So nobody's able to call in their coordinates or to make any adjustments either. There's just a handful of us who remain inside of the town. You kind of heard them engaging the Soviets, but really me and Faulkner are adding just 2 more people to about the 1 or 2 squads that are still here in the town. So again, we are heavily outnumbered, but we do have the advantage of being on the defensive. I think I heard these guys opening up. Okay, let's just get Faulkner over there. He's going to go ahead and support that group. And I'm going to try to see what I can do to help these guys. You see a Soviet just popping out of there. That tells you exactly what type of close quarter combat we're going to be seeing for this particular part. Now, we are not going to fall back. We're going to hold here for the very last until the very last man. Okay, Faulkner's in position. I might move up here in just a little bit to see if I can get closer. Oh, we've got somebody right there. Now, we've only got a few of the entrances into the town covered, so I may have to also reposition myself to be the sole person who takes care of something, one of the entrances into the town. Because these guys who are right right here. That's a lot of area for them to cover. And these two right here, you can see they're looking off to the right as well. It's another way into the town here, so they're kind of pickled into one area. See that opening? Oh, more already falling. Okay, I expect something bigger to be coming. Oh, wow. The other side where Faulkner was, there's a lot of fire being exchanged over there. I wonder if they're trying to make a big push up there. Let's see if we can go help out here at all. Try and get behind this mortar. They're being engaged too. Okay, this is probably where the big push here is coming. I'm not able to see anything from that position. Let's kind of go up here, see if we can get some elevation. Because we're on this hill. Try and use this to our advantage. Oh, there's somebody. Oh, that seriously went just right past his left side. Oh, I'm taking some heavy fire. Looks like we got Soviets inside of the town now, kind of forcing their way in through one of the houses. All right, this is probably the best position for me with this particular weapon. Up close and personal with these guys would not work out too well, especially if there's more than one trying to rush me here. Oh, I think that part of the defense here is fallen. All right, we'll move up. That guy's been hit. Oh, more arties coming in. Let's get into cover right here, guys. I mean, if I get hit, this whole town is going to fall right here. All right, got those two who are in that house. All right, trying to find some cover. Oh, two of them are moving up here. This guy I might be able to hit. Let's try and throw a grenade in there. Artie. Oh, I'm still good. That one was pretty close. Luckily, I had some cover. All right, more Soviets are popping up here. You got to try and hold them back. Every single one that goes down means we're closer to success. Okay. I think I got one of the guys. Now, things have gotten a little bit slower here in that particular entrance. You can see I've got guys now to the left. And I'm going to have to fall back here just to patch myself up before I pop myself out again. Now, I'm wondering if the positions that we have had in the past have been overrun. And how many of us are actually left. There's this one guy I can see who's laying down on the ground, but I'm just afraid if I try and fire at him that it's just going to bounce off some of the stone here. Oh, it worked. It took him out. Got another guy who's trying to enter. He's going to get in too. All right, I'm heavily outnumbered. What I'm going to do is I'm going to try and fall back this way. I wonder if I can get my hands on one of these Vickers machine guns and try to use one of those kind of from that elevated position. And as anybody starts coming into the town, maybe I can mow them down. But I'm trying to find where one of them was. I remember there was one, yep, over here by the tank. Not on this side, but I do want to use the tank for cover just in case somebody moves up. Yep. See, this is how far into the town they've gotten now. Get our reload in. Now I'm going to go check out that Vickers. Oh, it's not letting me take it apart. Okay, it might have been destroyed, actually. Either way, I don't have that much time to try and figure it out. Look, we got two guys right here. Dropped one, and I think the other guy fell back. They might be moving to the left to try and flank me, so I'm going to have to get out of here. Oh, another guy. I missed him. Hopefully we can get into cover here. Okay, we're good. Might be able to just toss a grenade down there. Might not be needed, though. Okay, so a lot of the Soviets are scattered. It seems like they're trying to find where some of us are. They're searching some of the different houses that are here. kind of moving independent too. Let's use our grenade on this guy, since that might be the only way we can easily get him. Perfect. Right where it needed to be. Oh, dang it. He stopped. Okay, this guy will be able to hit. Someone else behind him too. Oh my gosh, yep. The guys who are right there, Faulkner, everybody else has for sure been overrun since there's 4 of them. And I don't have any more grenades. I could probably try to grab a grenade off of one of the Soviets, but things are getting so hairy right now. They're just popping up out of everywhere, and I'm dropping them one at a time. Okay, let's see if we can go around the back way here. Again, we're trying to use elevation to our advantage. It seems to be working out pretty well. Okay, have they cleared this part? I think they might have. Is this guy running away? Nope. He's engaging me. But since these guys have gotten through this part of the town, it seems like there's a lot more over by our old destroyed tanks. I should say old. They've only been destroyed for like, what, 5 minutes? Well, it's been a lot longer than that, but it feels that way. Okay, let's get patched up again. We're still in this fight, guys. I still got plenty of ammunition. I don't think these Soviets know who they're messing with. Oh, just in time. I was about ready to run down there and see if I could get anything off of those guys, but nope. I'm gonna have to move from there. That was a lot of fire coming my way, and I have no idea where it came from, and I'm not in the mood to try and find it. I missed him. Ah, dang it. All right. I'm getting weary here. Let's throw smoke down here and here as well. Cool, got that guy. All right, I'm going to try and throw some smoke so I can move up to this position and move around. Oh, there's somebody at the tank. Oh, there's another guy at the tank. He's like crawling on the other side of it. Okay, let's try and see if we can get to a position here where we can get some grenades a little bit more easily. They're all moving to this position too, so I'm going to have to move out of here and try and find a new position in the town here as well, which to hold off these Soviets. All right, smoke's gonna cover me here. Let's kind of move over here and see what we've got. See, smoke right there. Oh, I'm being fired at. Oh, they made it through the smoke. That is going to be the end of this episode. This one was awesome. It was great to be able to play as the Australians. There is, of course, more of this to come later on, so make sure you guys subscribe if you have not already. Please like the video if you enjoyed what you saw. If you want to join the Discord, we've got some great conversations in there about these videos and some other things as well. Would love to have you be a part of that. And of course, if you can support the channel through Patreon, please do so. Your financial support does go a long way in making some of the videos and some of the community stuff that we do here as well. So it's always greatly appreciated and it does a lot of good. But thanks again for watching, you guys. I appreciate it. War is hell. You don't have to worry because Warfighters, I've got your 6.